Sometimes people try to destroy other people's dreams intentionally and sometimes unconsciously, by trying to convince you that you can't achieve the things you want to do the most. In this video, I am going to share with you an experience of a new Blender artist who's trying to learn Blender, and he said, "I'm writing this with a heart full of frustration. I've been using Blender for a year now. Like most of the people who want to learn a new thing, I started watching tutorials and I really enjoyed the feeling of making something out of nothing. It was a feeling I haven't had throughout my life. It was always a dream for me to be a 3D artist, to make my ideas manifest themselves into the real world. So I kept watching a tutorial after tutorial like a madman, and when I tried to do something on my own, the truth hit me so badly. So bad that I wanted to quit my dream to be a 3D artist. Yesterday I was telling one of my friends about my feeling in the hope that he might fire me up and encourage me. Well, it did not go as I expected. He was telling me that I wasted a year of my life just chasing the illusion, and that everyone around me knew that I was delusional and misguided. It is a reflection of how they feel about themselves. Countless talented people are giving up on their plans of living their best lives every day because they listen to other people who tell them what to believe and what not to believe they are capable of. I personally kept a close eye on people's reaction when others share their dreams and aspirations with them. The conclusion is that people consciously and sometimes unconsciously feel emotional pain when you tell them what you want to achieve. For example, in this case, you want to be a fantastic 3D artist. But how, you might ask? It is because you remind them of themselves when they tried to pursue their dreams and gave up after they convinced themselves why it is okay to give up. In most cases, when they try to talk you out of becoming a 3D artist, they are most likely trying to convince themselves that they made the right decision by pushing you in the direction that will make you give up. If you succeed and become the best version of yourself, you double their pain, especially if they always wanted to do the same thing you are trying to do. Misery loves company. They want you to join them in their misery because, as they say, misery loves company. The sad thing is, when people you love the most, like your best friends or family members, discourage you from becoming a 3D artist or an artist in general. This always puzzled me, but after a while of research, I discovered that people don't always want to destroy your dreams because they assume that you don't know what you're doing based on their experience. This is actually a classic problem between parents and their sons or daughters who want to be artists because the society we live in today does not, generally speaking, encourage individuals to pursue endeavors that are not practical, so to speak, like an engineer, a lawyer, or doctor as an example. They don't know what you know. Also, a very important reason why people don't believe that you can do the things you say you would do is that they don't know what you know. They can't share your vision for the future, so they can't be excited about it as you are. It is actually your world, and no one knows it better than you, not even your parents. The world has grown so much in the last 30 years in terms of what is possible, especially for creative careers such as working as a 3D artist. The internet also is playing an important role in expanding the possibilities if you choose to follow a creative career because you can reach so many people very quickly to take advantage of the endless opportunities out there. Success is 80% psychology. If you want to be successful as a 3D artist, you need to know this lesson very well. Success depends 80% on your psychology and 20% on mechanics, meaning the way you deal with the world around you, including people and things, is the major determining factor in whether you are going to be a successful artist or not. One day I read the true story from a book called Maximum Achievement by Brian Tracy. This story is about a young student from a small town who graduated from high school with straight A's. He then applied to the state university for admission, and as part of the admission, he had to take a scholastic aptitude test, like all the applicants to the university nationwide. Weeks later, he received a letter from the admission department informing him that he had scored in the 99th percentile on the test and that he was accepted for the fall semester. He was happy to be accepted, but there was one problem. He didn't know about the percentiles, and he concluded mistakenly that 99th percentile was his IQ. He knew that the average IQ is 100, and he felt he could never do university level work with his limited intelligence he believed he has. For the entire fall semester, he failed or nearly failed every course. Finally, the counselor called him in and asked why he was doing so poorly. Well, he said, "You can't blame me, I only have a 99 IQ. The counselor had the student file in front of him. "Why do you say that?" he asked. "Well, that's what it said in my letter of admission to the university," he replied. When the counselor realized what had happened, he explained the difference between an IQ and a percentile. A 99th percentile means that you scored equal or higher than 99% of all the students in America who wrote this test. You are one of the brightest kids on this campus. When the young man realized his error and changed his belief about his intelligence, he became a different person. He went back into his classes and went to do his work with a new sense of competence and confidence. He was on the honor roll and graduated in the top 10 of his class. This story holds a very valuable lesson if you want to become a 3D artist. We too easily accept that we are limited in some way. Then we ignore or reject any evidence that contradicts with what we already decided to believe. So please don't sell yourself short before you give it everything you've got. They need your permission to discourage you. If you don't actually give other people permission to convince you that you are not capable of following your passion of becoming a 3D artist, they will not be able to do that. So always believe it is possible for you to become a professional Blender artist in this case, but you need to back it up with a ton of effort to be in alignment with your vision. Don't talk about it. Personally, I'm not a big fan of talking about what I'm going to do or my vision for the future because there is very little to gain, and the downside is far greater because you are either going to be discouraged by other people that you think have your best interest in mind, in addition to the fact that psychology studies confirmed that people who talk about their goals and dreams tend to perform worse because when they do that, they trick their mind to believe that they have already achieved the goals and the dreams they have. Therefore, they will invest little work in the direction of achieving their dreams. A better idea is to talk to people who are already doing what you want to do, and those who are successful at it. You should always take your advice and discuss the way you are going to learn with other Blender artists who will encourage you to go ahead and learn it. In addition to that, they will push you in the right direction and give you the resources they learned from. Actually, there is a very large and supportive community of artists who can help you no matter what your problem is. Also, one of the things that are different about the internet is that you will always be able to fit in as opposed to people around you who will most likely discourage you from pursuing your hobbies or dreams if your dreams do not fit the social norms or what normal people consider to be possible. Imagine your best life. In the time we are living in right now, everything is possible, and learning Blender is not an exception. Imagine what you will be able to do if you acquire the skills that a 3D artist has. You will be able to spend hours and hours of your free time creating amazing stuff after you finish school or work. In addition to that, you can develop nice sources of income working on the side if it is not your main thing, since working online is available as a 3D artist. Actually, I created a video last week talking about this and how to monetize Blender or any other 3D software as an artist. And let me tell you that there are a lot of options to choose from, which allows aspiring artists to go in the direction they feel most comfortable with. It is not over until you say so. Basically, you don't have anything to lose if you believe in yourself and start your journey as a 3D artist. But if you do give up, there is so much to lose, in addition to the regret that will haunt you afterwards, which is horrible. If the pain of discipline weighs pounds, then the pain of regret weighs tons. So the choice is yours, and remember, it is not over until you say so. I hope you found this video useful and informative. Please give this video a like if you made it till the end, and you can share with us what you think in the comment section below. Also, you can check some of our previous videos. Thank you very much, and I will see you in the next one.